Meet some of the cast of TV shows 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom. Some of these women you might recognize. With over 2 million viewers, these stars are getting more publicity than Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt. With everyone turning more and more to television for their daily scoop of news, it is more than necessary to decide what is informational and what is just for viewing. Since newspapers are becoming out of style, less news is being viewed, and to bring in more money, media is doing whatever it takes to get the viewer's attention, find out what they want to watch, and produce exactly that over and over again. Once we have numerous shows having the same plot, it goes out of style, and they can start looking for their next moneymaker. Take, for instance, Cars 1 and Cars 2, Transformers, Fast and Furious, and Grand Theft Auto. These are all really good movies, but for me, they all blend together. Out with the old, in with the new. We have now come to a new phase that has skyrocketed over the last few years, known as baby media, and they are the new must-haves. Not just our babies brought into the spotlight, they are targeting teen mothers, and interestingly enough, this is getting kids to think twice. In this video, the 4 girls from season 2 of Teen Mom talk about how hard it is to be a teenage parent. One of the girls says when you are 17, relationships don't work out, which is true, without adding a needy, screaming baby to the mix. These girls show all the possible struggles you can go through with being a teen mother, including addictions, divorce, and heartbreak. When you have a baby, it puts strains on all your romantic and family relationships, and as a parent, you need to decide what is best for your child, as these women are trying to do with the support of very few people around them. I spent nearly a month of my time as a college student researching the ins and outs of teenage media showing teenage pregnancy, and I could write you a 20-page paper about the pros and cons of every piece of information you could ever find. And what I have come to realize is that teenage pregnancy is not being affected by the media. There are lots of reasons as to why people believe media does affect teenage pregnancy, such as the glamorizing of teenage parenting in the media, or showing how easy it is to just pop out a kid and get famous. And before I informed myself of all the facts, I was on your side too. Teenage pregnancy in the media has helped raise awareness, lower birth rates, and get parents involved in helping their children. From the chaotic family dynamics to the aftermath of childbirth, MTV's hit show 16 and Pregnant has illustrated that teen parenthood is not always an easy journey, says James Dinn, a blog reporter from MTV. None of the teenage women on this show are perfect parents, even they know that. And that's what makes the show worthy of watching. It is the trials of teenage parenting that helps kids, and I will give the show credit with doing so. Bill Albert, a spokesman for the national campaign to prevent teen and unplanned pregnancy, expresses how entertainment media is often the nation's favorite punching bag because everyone has different opinions about what is right or wrong, so some will find one show offensive, just as another person will have an endless list on how it isn't. Same goes for 16 and Pregnant, how 82% of teenagers say the show helps them understand the challenges that come with unexpected pregnancy. With majority of critics of this show being parents or older adults, it is hard to be against the show when majority of teenagers are saying flat out that it is helping. How do you provide information to take the show away when the people you say it is affecting so much are telling you it is helping them and providing you with information showing how it is? Still in denial? Well, listen to a few numbers I pulled from 2013 DoSomething.org. On a good note, the U.S. has reached an all-time low, with the birth rates in 2008 decreasing by 42% in the last decade. By looking at this map, you can see we may still have the highest teen birth rate in the Western industrialized world, but this is a huge decrease and has steadily continued to decline since 2008. 3 in 10 American teenagers will get pregnant before they reach the age of 20. That's nearly 750,000 teenage pregnancies every year, and if that's not bad enough, 8 out of 10 of those who do get pregnant will be raising their children single-handedly. The fathers either are never told about their kids, they bail out of the relationship, or are not in the condition, whether it be drugs or alcohol, to be around their children. As you see in the media, though, there are a lot of mothers who take on this responsibility and are successful easily going to college and having a job, which I will go into further later. But this is not likely. That is TV showing you it's possible, but research tells me and you that teen pregnancy is the #1 reason for dropping out of school, and half of teen mothers never even finish high school. Along with this, less than 2% earn a college degree by age 30. It's just too hard to do. Since so far you have already seen the harms that teenage mothering can do, as you most likely already knew though, you can tell how important it is to keep on declining the pregnancy rate to where other countries have located themselves. MTV's 16 and Pregnant and Teen Mom producer Lauren Dahlgren says her main reason for creating such a different show than what all other producers were coming out with at the time was to get parents to communicate with their children. She saw that 750,000 teen women were getting pregnant per year and knew something had to be done. Pregnancy rates were declining, but as Bush was advertising for abstinence, it clearly was not working, says the slight increase in birth rates from 2005 to 2006. And Dahlgren's takeover of contraceptive and safe sex, along with Obama coming up to the rescue, they both underwent approaches to lower teenage birth rates again. When 16 and Pregnant came out, people were skeptical to watch it. Parents were hesitant to let their children view it. When you think of 16 and Pregnant, you get one idea, but when you watch the show, you realize it is nothing like what you expected. Andrea Williams interviews Lauren Dahlgren, and here's the scoop. In response to glamorizing teenage pregnancy, Dahlgren says, "Bring it on." They show how challenging it is to be a teen mom, and if you watch the show, you realize there's nothing glamorous about being a teen parent. She also says when she sees the girls in the tabloids, or hear people asking about the glamorization, at least people are having the discussion now. I mean, they were not talking about teen pregnancy at all when we first created the show. So if you are against the show, shouldn't you at least be thankful for the openness of discussion? Maybe you don't like the approach of the TV show, but they are actually dealing with it in a very real way, and at least it's being talked about and discussed now. The national campaign helps parents as well as their kids to take action. They say that what you see on TV as a parent isn't always exactly what you'd want your teen to know or say or see, but it does deflect the conversation from "what are you doing" to more of an abstract, and that can be a good way to start a conversation. The fact is, this is not your parents' sex talk, not a one-time white-knuckle conversation, but this should be an 18-year conversation that you're having with your kids, he says. The show's ongoing series continues to show during pregnancy in 16 and Pregnant as well as in Teen Mom, after pregnancy struggles of raising the kid and having high hopes for your future. Many of the girls want to continue their education, and as critics have said, it is easy to do if you are getting $60,000 a year for having your kid shown on TV. While this is true, you still have the kid with you at all times and need to work around their schedule. The baby doesn't stop crying if you give him money, or need you any less. You are still putting in just as much effort, except you are able to skate by without getting a job. Not that you need one, when parenting is a full-time job. Overall, I understand viewpoints from the critics, but if you inform yourself more like I did, I think you will find out that there is more to the shows than glamour and fame. It is actually very informational, and this is why media is very beneficial for teenage pregnancy.